welcome to Watching for a Friend, where I watch movies and shows because I love them and let you know whether it's worth watching or not. If you're new here, thank you so much for choosing me, and if you're returning, I really appreciate the love and support. I hope that you all enjoy this video and stay till the end. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 2016 film Hunt for the Wilderpeople, starring promising young actor Julian Dennison and old school actor from Jurassic Park, the original, Sam Neill. Let's go on and get into this review. Hunt for the Wilderpeople is centered around Ricky Baker, a rebellious 12-year-old who's obsessed with Tupac and has been raised in foster care. We meet him as he's being delivered to his new foster parents that he refers to as Auntie Bella and Uncle Heck, who live in an isolated cabin in the New Zealand countryside. Being a city kid, he's initially unimpressed and intends to get back in the vehicle with child services because he does not want to stay. But Auntie Bella is particularly warm and eager to have him in the home. She ultimately wins him over, and he quickly adapts to rural life. Now, the story is set in motion when Auntie Bella unexpectedly dies. When child services gets wind that Auntie Bella has passed away, they arrange for Ricky to be picked up and shipped off to a new two-parent family. Ricky's created such a strong bond with Auntie Bella that he begs Uncle Heck to let him stay. Uncle Heck is not too keen on raising a child on his own, and he hasn't developed as close of a relationship with Ricky as Bella, and feels he has no choice in the matter, being a single older man taking care of a young boy. So he doesn't believe that child services would let Ricky stay either way. In a last-ditch effort not to return into the foster care system, Ricky attempts to fake his own death in a shabby shed fire and runs away into the rugged New Zealand bush in the hopes that he can get off the grid and live on his own. With child services coming to pick him up, Uncle Heck tracks him down easily and attempts to bring him back, but falls and injures his ankle, forcing them to camp out instead of return to the home. When Ricky's overzealous social worker, Paula, and her police officer companion get to the house and find it empty with the shed burned down, they immediately raise an alarm that Heck has abducted Ricky and is on the run. Heck and Ricky find out through some hunters that authorities are searching for them, and as Ricky tries to explain what they've been through, he innocently gives a wrong impression that Heck is molesting him. Heck has served time in prison and feels that his only option now is to run, and Ricky fears that he won't be safe if he goes to another family since his only friend died in foster care. So they set out on the run as the manhunt for them becomes countrywide. Along their adventure, they meet a fun and quirky cast of characters, all while surviving amongst the brutal elements. So I'll start my review by saying that I absolutely loved this movie, and I'm having a very difficult time finding anything wrong with it. I try my hardest to be objective and play devil's advocate, but I'm really having a hard time finding anything wrong with this one. It's just my type of movie. It's quirky, it has a unique story with representation that we never see from Hollywood. I loved seeing so many people of Polynesian descent on screen. I wish we could see more of this. I'm going to be seeking out New Zealand films for this reason from here on out. This film is equal parts heartbreaking, dry humor, strong character development, phenomenal acting, and it manages to have an extremely important underlying message. I also loved the score in this film. It was a mix of these awesome synthesizers that had this really cool 80s feel, but then it also mixed in what I believe are traditional Polynesian chants. And it added to the adventurous atmosphere of this film and also this fairy tale-like vibe, okay, that it had. It was so good. I loved that. I've actually been listening to the score on Spotify because I really love the score that much. So I just thought it really brought the entire film together to make this magical, funny, heartbreaking, heart-wrenching film. Loved it so much. Julian Dennison, the young man that played Ricky, is a talented actor, and what I liked about how his character was written and also how he portrayed this character is that he was likable. A lot of times where movies fall short when they write teen or tween characters for me is that the young characters tend to be one-dimensional. They're either extremely obnoxious and annoying, or they're overly mature for their age, and sometimes they're just altogether detached. So it's rare to find a very well-developed young person in movies these days, even if the movie is centered around this young person. The wonderful thing about Ricky's character is that he was all of those things and more. What I loved is that the writing really captured that this young man has been through a lot. He's been in foster care his entire life, seen his young best friend die because of the circumstances that he was living in, and had resigned himself to almost not being in control of his future. He thought his future was going to be decided by these people who he had been given over, their care to. And once he's given over to Uncle Heck and Auntie Bella, he starts seeing that his future is his own. Once he gets a taste of that, he is not willing to relinquish it. And I loved that he was able to portray this young, incredibly complex character. He definitely had his annoying quirks. Heck was like a grumpy old man. They hadn't bonded in the same way that Ricky and Bella had bonded. So you see why Heck doesn't necessarily want this kid in, in his care. But their chemistry on screen is amazing. It feels like their uncle and nephew, or father and son, or grandfather and grandson. You definitely feel their relationship grow over the course of this adventure. They brought out the best in each other, and then they brought out the worst in each other. They made a great team. Well, that is all I have as far as review today, because again, I could go on and on about this film, but I really want y'all to watch it, okay? I'm giving you a little taste, but I need you to go to Hulu right now, search for Hunt for the Wilderpeople, and watch it all the way through. Once you do that, what do you think I want you to do? I want you to come back here, leave a comment letting me know what you liked about this film, letting me know your thoughts on this film. Before you do that though, what do y'all think I need you to do? I need you to subscribe. The last thing I need you to do, I need you to click on that bell and let the YouTube algorithm know that you want to be notified for my videos as they come out. Thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.